Hello, I'm Mary Lohman, and this is Mondays with Mary. I want to talk about how we handle down days. And I don't think I even have to ask if you have down days, because I know the answer has to be yes. None of us escape them entirely. Unhappiness with ourselves, dissatisfaction with our circumstances, discouragement, lack of motivation, disappointment. One or all of the above combine to cause us to be down. You know what I'm talking about, that blah, lifeless condition that is just really hard to shake, hard to understand, and very frustrating. I have to confess that I've been going through some down days. And in addition to all of the other negative emotions that I've experienced, I feel and have felt very guilty for being down, very unspiritual and hypocritical. I'd like to be able to tell you that immediately I talked to the Lord and everything was okay, just one quick Bible verse and some prayer, and I snapped right out of it. But that would not be the truth. I've been talking to the Lord and reading my Bible for sure, but not a lot of aha moments, you know? Everybody has down days, but we are so blessed because as believers, we have power to come out of them that others don't have. And there's always a lesson for us in these down days that we need to learn. One of the great things about being a Christian is that God can use even bleak periods in our lives for positive growth. Whenever I go through down days, and thankfully they don't happen too often, one of the main lessons I have to relearn is that I'm not Superwoman and I am weak. I like to be strong and capable, but I often need to remember that it is when I am weak that God is strong in me. So God is just using these down days to help me see my own weakness, my own insufficiency. So if you're in a down period today, a good place to start is simply to admit to God how weak you are and ask Him to perfect His strength in your weakness. He's promised to do that, so let's take Him up on His offer. A second purpose for down days is to teach us to delight in difficulties. Well, that's what Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians. He said, "That is why for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong." Now, I don't know how that verse strikes you, but I want to say to the Apostle Paul, who are you kidding? You want me to believe that you delight in all these bad things? I can believe you endure them, but delight in them? You must be from another planet, Paul. These down days have made me realize again that I'm not delighting in these current hardships. I'm resenting them. They are interfering with my plans and disrupting my schedule, and my selfishness is on display. So, what do you do when you're in a down period? You persevere to the end by God's grace. You make yourself pray through it. You remind yourself that the guilt is mostly false guilt, and it's from the enemy. And you declare that you want to delight in your weakness. You want to get there somehow in your hardship, in your disappointment, whatever it is. And you ask God to change your heart and help you see everything through His eyes. Have you had any down days lately? Yours will take a different form from mine, but the resulting pain is quite similar. Well, let me encourage you that God does not condemn you if you are His child. Just tell Him quite honestly how you feel and ask Him to show you what the purpose is for this time that you're going through. What do you need to learn? Is He trying to get your attention about a certain issue? Your lessons will be different from mine, but they're there. So don't give up until you find them. Then, like the Apostle Paul, you too will rejoice in your weaknesses as you see how his power is made perfect in you. Certainly, God can teach us important lessons through our down days, but it is not his will for us to stay there. He wants to deliver us and restore the joy of our salvation. I pray if you are in a down period, you will soon know the renewal of joy in your life through Jesus Christ, our Lord. We have a great advantage because of Jesus. Have a good, wonderful day.